We will learn how to easily calculate GST payable or GST receivable using an advanced pivot table with a calculated field and create different graphical reports or visual reports, all from a single data structure. Let us take a look at the GST structure we will use to calculate GST payable or GST receivable. First, create a table with these headers and enter your organized data. You may copy and paste the data from your data source. Now our data table has all the transaction data we need to calculate GST payable or receivable. Input GST is connected to purchases and expenses. Let us calculate the input CGST first. Click on the cell J2 and type an equal sign. Now click on G2 under purchases, type a multiplication sign. Then click on cell I2 for the GST rate. Next type a division sign and enter 2. This is to take 50% of the GST rate as CGST. Drag the fill handle down to copy the formula to the remaining cells. Now let us calculate the input SGST. Click on the cell K2 and repeat the same steps to apply 50% of the GST rate for SGST. Note that input GST is applied to purchases or expenses, while output GST is applied to sales or incomes. Repeat the same steps to apply 50% of the GST rate, each for output CGST and output SGST. We have now calculated GST for all its components. Next, we will compute GST payable or receivable using pivot table. Our goal is to find GST payable month-wise, client-wise, and product-wise, or even at any point in time using a single pivot table with a timeline and slicer. We will also create a chart representation for better visualization. Place your cursor anywhere inside the data table and click on the Insert tab. Then click the pivot table icon in the top left corner. The Create Pivot Table window will appear. Select the option New Worksheet. Then click OK to create your pivot table. From the pivot table field pane, select Date. From the pivot table field windows, click or drag the fields Purchases and Sales into the Values area. At first, they may appear as Count of Purchases and Count of Sales. Now, let us change Count of Purchases and Count of Sales to Sum and format the values with comma separators. Now from the pivot table field pane, drag or select all the GST component fields. Input CGST, input SGST, output CGST and output SGST. Format the values with comma separators. Now we have the monthly summary for all the fields. Next, let us create a calculated field. This powerful feature replaces long manual office work and instantly computes GST payable or GST receivable in just a few clicks. Place your cursor inside the pivot table. Click Analyze tab under Pivot Table Tools. Then click Fields, Items and Sets and choose Calculated Field. A dialog box will appear. In the name box, type GST Payable or Receivable. In the formula box, type an equal sign and select the GST field from the list. GST payable is calculated by subtracting the total input GST from the total output GST. Then click OK. This formula calculates GST payable if the result is positive and GST receivable if the result is negative. Now we have computed GST payable. Let us create its visual chart using pivot table. Duplicate the sheet that has the pivot table. Move the fields, item and client to the filter area so we can view graphs based on products or clients. In the new sheet, keep only the fields date and GST payable or receivable. We have unchecked all other fields to keep the table clean and focused. Now our pivot table is ready for adding slices and timeline to build interactive charts. Click on the Insert tab, then select the pivot chart icon. Select the clustered column chart and select your preferred chart. Then from the Insert tab, click Slicer and choose the item and client fields and format the slicers neatly for convenient use, just like I do. Place your cursor inside the pivot table. From the Insert tab, click Timeline and then select the date field. Finally, let us see how we can generate various smart reports and interactive visuals using slicers and the timeline. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. for more practical Excel tutorials.